Hello everyone. So today we are going to solve a new problem. Its number is 49 and it's famous with the name group anagrams. So before going to start this question, we can spend 1 or 2 minutes. What is anagram? If you're already aware of, you can skip this part. So anagram. So for example, you have letters A, B, and C. So from this, how many ways we can make different words but using the same characters. So one is A, B, C, A, C, B, B, C, A, B, A, C, C, A, B, C, B, A. So these are all anagrams of ABC. So it's like you have a string and you can change the characters, but still you are using the same string, same characters. So that words are called anagrams. So now in the question is, we have this string, the input, and we need to figure it out how many anagrams are there, and we need to return a list of strings, and we need to figure it out the anagram. So for example, in this case, these words are here and the answer expected is, this is the first array, eat, tea, and add, add, EAT, TEA, ATE. Both are using the same characters, but the different places, different. Then tan and nat. So NATTAN, again same, and BAT, bad. So these type of questions are, sometimes people can say these are pretty simple and very easy, and some people really face the problem how to solve this. So in my case, one approach which I always go is the hash function. So anytime when you have this kind of a conditions, like where you need to calculate but the changing of the characters, it's always a good thing to think about the hash function. So basically you can create a hash function which can generate the unique key against the characters. So in this case, for example, I can generate EAT and TEA, some kind of a key which will give me the same value. So by doing that, I will create a Boolean. So once I have a Boolean, I can say, okay, every time when there is a Boolean, it means it's an anagram. So that is the one approach. Then second approach is how to think about the brute force. What will be the brute force? So maybe first loop, take a string, and then the second loop, compare that string with the remaining other ones, and then also count at a character level, how many characters. Okay, count character T is available, E is available, A is available. So some kind of those lines. And then the other one is also, sometimes people think it's good to think about the sort, and if we think about the sort, again it's a good solution. So what we can do, we can I will try to solve with both, with sorting and plus with hash function, and then we will see. So first thing, every time when you have a linear kind of a data, it means there will be a one loop in any case. So I have this value, it means it's a linear. I need to go and trace on each and every string. It means I need a loop. So I will write, okay, for string S in strings. So str is a list of strings. So first loop is done. Now what's next? The condition. So the condition is, I need to figure it out, this S is an anagram or not of something. It means here from the human perspective it's pretty simple, but from the machine perspective, the machine needs to remember, I calculated something like this before or not, and then I need to save that against the same thing. So in this case, I know the map is our friend. So we will go and we will create a one map function, not a map function, sorry, map. So I'm going to use, okay, value map, and what will be the key? So in this case, I'm thinking first I will go by sort. So for example, I have eat, then t. So once I will do sort by ascending or descending, it will create AET, AET. So it means it's same. I can say, okay, I will save, this is my key. So key is my string. So I have a map, hash map, which is a type of a string. And what is the value? Value is our list of string basically. So basically in this case, what we will try to figure it out, okay, if this is available inside of this, add that, and in the end we will have this input. So now when you are writing this code, you can ask to the interviewer, should I write can I use the built-in language given a sorting algorithm, or should I write? So if he's saying, okay, you can tell them like, okay, as per my understanding, it's a quick sort under the hood in that JDK or maybe Python, or it's a merge sort. And you need to remember, okay, it's an log n. So in this case, what will happen? First, s is there. I will say, okay, s dot sort. Okay, once s is sort, and maybe I'm wrong in Kotlin. So there are two functions. One is s dot sort, and I think so sorted. So any one of them, and I'm assuming this will do in place. So it means s will change from eat to ate. Or maybe I can say, okay, I have a new variable which will return the new one. So to save some time. So once this is sort, what's next? I need to go, and inside I need to check map dot get s. Or maybe I can change, otherwise it's pretty difficult to read. So I'm saying, okay, value sorted s dot sort. So again, sorry if I'm using the wrong method name. And then after that I need to check value value, which I'm saying, okay, map dot get against this key sorted. Now it's pretty simple. I will say if value is equal to null, it means it's a first time value. I need to put against value, then mutable. Okay, in Kotlin we use mutable, but mostly if you are good with the simple list, so it's like a array list dot add of s. Instead, this is wrong. I need to create, because dot add, I think so, will return the boolean, so it will start true and false. So I need to create first val list mutable list of string, and I will put the string s, and then after that I will say map dot put against the key. Value is my key, sorted is my key, and list is my value. Else, if it's already there, it means I don't have a value is null, and value is a basically mutable list. So I will say, okay, value dot add, and add, I need to add word s. and in the end I need to return what I need to return, map dot values. So it's simple, but you need to understand a little bit about how you can use sort to make a key, and then you have a unique key every time. So we can try to trace this one first. So this is my map. I can think blue color will be better. Okay, then what else? There will be S. Any other? There will be sorted. List is not required, I will put in a map. Any other word? Okay, so now loop start. First comes eat. So EAT. Eat. We sorted. After sorted, it's AET. Then I check map is empty for now. So in this case, what will happen? We will create a list. We will put in a map, and now map dot put sorted. Sorted is my key, so I'm saying AET, and the value is eat. Nice. Then next time comes T. Again, sorted is AET. So once AET, now this time gets sorted. This value is not null because it will return this list. So I'm saying okay, value dot add and S. So this time I'm adding T. Okay, then what's next? Tan. TAN. So ANT. So there is no ANT. So in this case, what will happen? We will have a new key which is ANT, and it will save 10. So in the end, we will have this list, and we will return this. Now, is there any edge case? Mostly in these type of questions, there are no edge cases. Like for example, if you give me empty string, then it will, in the end, this loop will never run, and I will return the empty values. Okay, if you return give me the null, so because I'm using the syntax of Kotlin, there is no null, it's mandatory, but in case of Java, then yes, you need a null check. So this is our first algorithm. How I think, okay, so we have a question, these are the anagrams, and anagrams, I figured it out, okay, what is anagram? Then I found, okay, by doing a sort, I always get the same characters in the same position. So by doing that, what I tried, I took a map. I'm saying, okay, map in your key, it's always the same, the sorted value, and then I will put the values. And what will be the time and space complexity in this case? So this will be n, then this will be m log n. So basically I'm saying big O of n into m into log m. So basically m is a string length, and in this case, worst case, the biggest one we can. So I think this will be enough. Yeah, this will be our n into m log m. And about space, so maximum space, what will be our maximum space? So we can take our map. In a worst case, all characters are unique, there is no anagram, so we can say big O of n. Like I got a string, for example, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I until G. So that is my whole list of strings. A is a string, B is a string. In that case, I will return the same thing. And in that case, I need to put in a map. So the worst case will be, I'll say, okay, unique characters. So big O of n. What else? Yep, that will be enough. Because if I have some kind of a mix, A 24 times and B 2 times, then again I have a two map, but in that case my list will contain that information. So around this, I think this is acceptable. Okay, so this is the first approach. Now, what I really love my approach is always thinking about the hash function. Anytime I found any scenario where I need a group, so anywhere I heard a term group, it means there are chances hash function is required. So in this case, still we need a map. Our loop is here. Only the change will be here, value hash. And I will have a one function, calculate hash. I will send the string. From here, I will get maybe integer, maybe string. It depends on this function. And then after that, what I need to do, I need to do the same thing. Value is equal to map dot get hash. Then if value is equal to null, then I need to create, okay, the previous code, sorry, I removed that. So list mutable list of, and what I need to put, in this case my value is s and my key will be hash, and then I will put map dot put hash and list. Else if it's already available, then I will say okay, value dot put against, oh sorry, it's a list, so I only need to get one, writing put add, and this will be our string s. So code is still same, the difference is only, before that I'm doing kind of sort here, now the difference is a hash. So once, if I have this question in an interview, I will write this question very fast. I don't care about the calculate hash. I will write this, and now my whole focus will be this, and interviewer is also going to think, to start asking question around this. So now if I write a function calculate hash, and I have a string s, and now from here it's very important what we are going to return. Is it int or string or float, or it depends how you are going to make your hash function. Hash functions are mostly, it's pretty difficult to write a good hash function specifically in that 15 to 20 minutes, because like you can do a research on all this, what is a good hash function around this, and you can play with a lot of mathematics. But in this case, like I tried multiple things with integer, because I feel okay, integer is better from the space perspective, and most of the time there is somehow there is an issue and I'm not able to create a unique. Sometimes I am able to create a hash function, but the problem is I'm not able to prove mathematically. So it means there is a possibility in future there will be, I will get some wrong. So for example, we can take the first approach, which every time I got like kind of a brute force. I can say okay, because it's always alphabets and the smaller ABC, then I can go with the ASCII. And what you can do, you can say okay, I will create a array of maybe 26, and I will put all zeros, and then what I will do okay, loop around this for ch in s. So on every character I will go, and what I will do, I will say okay, this is for example ASCII. So this is my array initialized by zeros. So what I will do, I will say okay, ASCII of ch minus character a. So it means if it's a minus a means 0, and these are total 26. So 0 and do plus plus. And then in the end, maybe I will say, okay, return, again put a loop on ASCII and do sum plus equal to on ASCII of every I, and return sum. Now this is returning integer, so in this case I'm going to, but there are always issues when you are writing these type of functions. So the first input, when I'm getting this one, for example, I will say I have a, maybe I'm now removing this. So if I'm going to give the A, B. So in this case, my value will be 1, 1 and all 0. So it will be 2. And so this is my first string input and this is my second string B. So I will get, in this case, 2, 1 plus 1, 2. In this case, I have my array 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, just like here, 0, 0, 0. So in this case 1. But if I have a B and B, now it's 2, 2 and 2. So now these both are not anagrams, but my hash function is saying yes, 2 and 2. So now this is wrong. I hope you understand. And it's pretty difficult to figure it out, to write some function in that time until you memorize something or you have an experience with the writing hash functions. So what we can do, what I feel, to play safe in that 10 to 20 minutes question, don't go with the integer, because sometimes you can try with the prime numbers, playing with multiplications, divisions, anything, but in the end it's pretty difficult. You can prove mathematically there will be never wrong collision, but every time I do, like there is a one case, I forgot what I wrote, but it's pretty amazing. So what happened, I'm using kind of a binary, the same thing. So my answer is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, the whole 0. So, and then on the other side, I have also simple one value. Anyway, like A and Z. Basically in this case, A and Z both are equal. Because this is 1, this is 1. So same. So this is a wrong function. Okay, how we can improve? So we can prove my function which I am writing, that is 100% sure we are writing properly. So the easiest way, always go first with the string. Return, my hash function is a string. Only for the interview. I'm not saying when you are doing production work, then you should spend your time, because it's now going to be heavy from the space perspective. Once you have a string, now then you need to generate a string as a key. It means unique keys, but if it's anagram, it should be same. So now we'll see how we can generate some kind of a string. How to generate this? First, for ch in s, okay, I'm going also with the same ASCII. So it means I have an array of 26 with all zeros, and then what I will do, I will put that values ASCII ch minus a plus plus. So by doing this, I will calculate how many characters at that specific place I have. Then, so for example, I have A and Z. So it means my array will be 1 0 0 0 and Z will be 0 0 0 until end is 1. So both are unique. If I can send this as a string, I can make this as a string simply by making a string builder SB. So I have a string builder. I will run a loop on ASCII. So I will say A in ASCII and sp dot append A and then return sp dot toString. So in this case, what I will return, I'm going to return as a string 1 0 0 until 26, and then 0 will be 0 0 until 1. So both are unique, but still there is a one error or bug. So now in case I have a string, maybe B. So in this case 0 1 0 and 0, and I have a other string so I'm still struggling what type of input is that, but what I want to tell you, so what happened in that case, I think it's working, but somehow I figure it out one thing. So 0 1 0 1 0 0 0. So for example, this is a one key which I found. Now on the other side, this one is 1 means, okay, in this case A B C D E. So basically this will be a E. But what I found in that specific input, I found a bug. So in that case, what happened? I have 0 1 0 0 10 and then remaining 0 until 26. But by doing 10, I have total 26. So still it's the last 0 is not going to be count. I found the same unique key. Like that input, this one is wrong, but like assume that will be E, some kind of that. So that one is pretty amazing. On that day, I learned the delimiter, the concept of I think the spelling is delimiter or MET, yeah. On that day, I learned, okay, every time when you are going to make a hash function, or you are going to do anything else where you need a unique thing and you are going to play with the binary or anything, always put the delimiter. So by putting this, you will always have a unique key. There is no need to prove to the interviewer, okay, my function will run for all the inputs. So delimiter means after putting this value, I will put some kind of a delimiter. And for example, I took this as a delimiter. So in this case, what happened? I all the time have 0 1 0 0 1 0 0, and in this case I will get 0 static 0 static 0 static 10 static 0. So now it's unique, and this is, you can prove easily. There is no need to prove mathematically. There will be any input because we are taking care of independent character, and then after that we are putting the delimiter. So on that day, I learned the power of a delimiter, why we always have delimiters in between. It's not only you need to split by using this, but it's also you can make the unique things. So by doing this, this function will work, should work. And now we can see what will be our is there an improvement from the perspective of time and space. So it's still big O of n into calculate hash. So this one is a length of loop m, then this is always big O of 1 because it's always 26 character. So we can say n into m. Last time we have a n into m into log m. In this case we have a n into m. N is a number of strings, m is the inside of that length of a string, one string. So the worst case, the biggest one. And then what else about the space? I think space is still same. So this one is a big O of 1. ASCII is always 26. It's independent from the input. Then what else we have? This map is again big O of, I think so, n. Then this string builder we are also creating, and that also can go. So n into so every time we have this, and it's always, and this always, its length is always same. It's so big O of 1. So basically it's always 20. Instead I will generate like this, 26 plus 25 or 26 into 26, because so this will be total always big O of 52. So it's a constant. Every time I have this builder, it's always constant. Because we know ASCII is 26 character, and then I'm also putting the static, so it will never cross that length. So big O of n again. So what else? Yep. So in this case, calculate hash is a amazing approach, but always go with this one, and then after that you can start a discussion, but never try to jump in to create something mathematical, because it's pretty difficult. Your interviewer will figure it out, the edge case. In that case it's pretty easy. So if you go with this one, there will be no edge case. Yeah, you can discuss, okay, efficient, this is not an efficient. You can also throw like, okay, I'm going with this approach, then we can improve this, and we can improve more by going with the integer. We can remove this loop, we can figure it out some kind of a mathematical algorithms like mode or anything with playing with the prime. So you can improve this, and in the end that will impact the whole. So I hope today you enjoyed. It's a simple algorithm, but we completed by using two approaches. In first approach we use the sorting, and in a second approach we use the hash function. And in case of a hash function, there are more possibilities of bugs or edge cases, so be careful. With the sorting, there is no chance you have any issue, except if there is any kind of a null your language support, you need to figure it out, those edge cases. Otherwise it's pretty easy going with the sort. It's easy, there will be no edge cases. But in case of a hash function, it's a good approach. You have more power to improve this, but you need to remember you can make more edge cases, and you